If you've been feeling disconnected, scattered, or just over it, you're not alone. There's a lot of noise out there right now. The pressure to show up, spend more, say yes when your body is just screaming no. But this is the space right here. This is different. For the next few minutes, I want to invite you back to yourself, back to your energy, your peace, your power, to choose differently this season. Because the truth is, you don't have to do it all. You just have to do what's aligned. I'm Amanda Beth, an intuitive healer and wellness coach. And today we're going to talk about from going from being disconnected to reconnecting and how to navigate the holiday season with intention, energy, and ease. So, here we are. We're back for another Transformation Tuesday, and I welcome everybody back. And so thankful to have you all here. There's the gratitude challenges out there, and hopefully, we're already doing our gratitudes every day. It's not a big deal for you to post it in your social media feed or anything. But what I've really been seeing lately is that people are so disconnected, and myself included there. There's so many things to do, checking all the boxes, and then we're going to bring the holidays in too. So, yeah, I've talked in other circles with other healers, and just we've really noticed that they're just the veil thinning or platforms jumping, timelines jumping, merging, doing all of these things. Whatever it is you're feeling, don't question it. Just look at it more as being your wake up call, because this season can also stir up a lot of noise, a lot of pressures, the old programming, the things that we've done, the obligations that we impose on ourselves more than everybody else. This is that powerful opportunity to return to yourself. So as you're looking to this holiday and what's coming into your space, be aware of that overwhelm, the expectations and the comparisons. I know that as our children grow, as our circles change, as family moves across the country, there's a lot of different things. And that whole Friendsgiving thing, it's very real and very true. And that's okay. It's not about how big of a turkey you're cooking or how many people are you serving in your house, or are you using paper plates, or who's washing dishes. There is so much more to this. There's so many other ways to really engage. And so I just really encourage you during this holiday pressure time, when you feel all the noise, to really scale back and look at what aligns with you. As a small business owner, I'm going to throw in here different ways that you can support small businesses without spending any money. And we're all going to be appreciative. So when you're considering helping out a small business, when you have a small budget yourself, consider sharing their content, making a comment. Just thumbs up or hearts don't really keep that algorithm going. You really need to put a few words in the business of, I really like this special, or this is really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing whatever, or anything that you can put in that comment section in the social media. Doesn't cost you anything. You're already there. It's a few seconds of your time. Put something in there more than just the like or the heart. Okay. And if it's something funny, a lot of people are putting out more funny content. Laugh. Tell them, hey, that gave me a good laugh. Or, I enjoy watching your content. You can just anything that you can put in those comments really helps those algorithms, because without that engagement, our content is not being seen. And definitely, if someone's got a good product, something that you've enjoyed yourself, definitely give that referral. Refer people to businesses. Again, it's only costing you your time, and you were obviously already talking to that person. So if there's a referral, I just took a referral phone call this morning. I am so grateful for those referrals. Word of mouth is incredibly powerful. And if you can, if you're looking at booking services, go ahead and book for January. Start booking those services for January. You know you're going to be really busy through the holidays. Book your January services. It really helps us. And we've had a big announcement with my float business. We are able to accept those HSA and FSA cards again. So don't forget the places that you can utilize those medical benefits. I mean, those are pre-tax dollars that you may lose if you don't use them by the end of the year. So pull out your HSA policies, look at how much you can carry over into the next year and how much you need to utilize. And then look at the businesses that are able to accept those. Iowa Salt Pod, we just got that reinstated. It was kind of a silly battle, but we won because flotation does have medical benefits, the studies, the research, it's all there. So yeah, just think of how you can help small businesses like mine and others that you're very well aware of, that you can help them. Just take a couple minutes here and there. Some of the other things that I wanted to talk about today as we talk about reining in all the stresses and things that we're feeling, don't forget about the homeopathic remedies and Bach remedies. There are some really great remedies that help you with that overall overwhelm, to allow you to feel grounded and to have the peace. It's there are a lot of gentle supports in those systems that really help you in this not so gentle time of year. And of course, float therapy. Flotation has been proven time and time again as being a nervous reset for your whole system. This is a time when we really need to be taking care of ourselves, looking inward, calming the noise and the chatter that I talk about so often. And if you haven't heard me talk about calming the noise and the chatter, look back on YouTube. Go back to my YouTube channel. All of these Transformation Tuesdays are there because they're not always held in social media. So just think of some of those other things that you can do that don't require a doctor's appointment, that you can do that are outside of the box to help you to get through these. So definitely DM me, contact me if you want help in picking out a remedy that's going to help you get through the holiday season. If you want to book a float, possibly looking at booking some healing services. Let's get rid of some of that old stuff that you carry with you that makes the holiday season more stressful. Let's let's release what no longer serves you. So some of the things that, I mean, we're talking about protecting our energy. So there's those outside things that you can do, and then there's some inside things to do. And so just I want to throw those reminders out with your energy, your presence. I want you to be very selective. If the things that you are doing, engaging, looking at doing, be selective. Do not feel obligated to do everything. First of all, there's too many things to do. And second of all, if they leave you shaking your head, then maybe that's not an event you need to participate in. Be honest and say no with love. If it's an event that, you just it doesn't fit with your values, it does not align with you, thank them for the opportunity to attend and say no with love. No, it just doesn't fit this week. You don't need excuses, you don't have to tell the whole story. Just say no with love. And honor your energy. What are you putting into things? Where do you have energy to go? I know in the chronic pain world, we talk a lot about how many spoons. You have just so many spoons. And if you look in your silverware drawer, your set of silverware has a certain number of spoons. That's the number of people that can eat with a matching spoon. That is the number. That's a number. It's tangible. We can think about that. And In the chronic pain world, when we have pain, we talk about how many spoons. We have just so many spoons a day, just like your silverware drawer. And sometimes it takes 2 or 3 spoons just to get out of bed. Sometimes it might take 3 or more spoons to get dressed, and you may not have more spoons. You may not have more energy. You may not have more oomph to get through the day. Not have more oomph to get through the day. You need to honor that and really don't deplete your own energy, because then you don't have it. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot take care of yourself. So really be aware of where you're spending your energy. We all have a certain amount of energy, and we need to obey our body doing the rest and the rejuvenation. So just really be aware of that. Um, you can do some journaling, talking with Jessica Hammond this week, and her 3 things: write it out, talk it out, move it out. um, when you've got stress and things going on in your life, being able to write it, to journal it. Some people don't want to journal. Some people would rather pick up their phone and do a voice note, talk it out. Sometimes you just are going to tell it all to your pillow or your favorite teddy bear, or other inanimate objects. You need to get those feelings out, as well as move it out. Go for a brisk walk, or I like to turn that anger sometimes into housekeeping. You can really get a lot of vacuuming done with a belly full of anger. So just write it out, talk it out, move it out, flow through those feelings. And we talk about when the feelings come up, address them, feel them, identify them, and move forward. Figure out where it is. So if you're someone that wants to write it out, a couple of journal ideas would be to ask yourself, what's one thing I'm looking forward to this season? Where do I choose to put my energy this week? And I encourage you, when you're thinking about this whole holiday season, I want you to think about the positive things there. I want you to think about the people that you get to see, the places that you get to travel, the shopping that you get to do. Don't make it more burdensome. So be very aware of the words that you're using when you're doing these things. So just remember, you're not broken. You're absolutely not broken. You are, when you're feeling this overwhelm and everything, you're responding to a world that's just really, really noisy. And right now, here in some there are local elections happening. These are state level things, and those can get pretty messy. Here locally, our big election today is the mayor. The mayor seat is up, and so there's a couple candidates there. So here it's not a big deal. Some places it can be. So don't fall into that stress. Go place your vote, do your thing, and walk away knowing that you had your voice. So I invite you to always connect with me. You can DM me for some personalized support, picking a remedy, picking a Bach essence, doing some float sessions, doing some healing sessions. There's always something to look forward to in life. So I encourage you to find those things that you're looking forward to. Look at the positives, and definitely get some grounding in there. Do that grounding. We just met with, in the Chronic Health Collective, I met with Chrissy and Cable, and we talked about the value of being grounded and the things that you need to have. So definitely catch up with that on the Chronic Health Collective, and watch that one. That was really an interesting one. And talking about podcasts and things, there are two really powerhouse podcasts that I have had the opportunity to be a part of. Tonight, I will be on the Chronic Health Collective at 7 p.m. Central Time, and we're going to talk with Jeannie and Dawn about grief and gratitude. I would never have put those two together, but I think it's awesome. It's going to give you some really heartfelt conversations there, and some tips and tricks to do that. So look forward to seeing you there tonight, 7 o'clock Central Time. on E360 TV, YouTube, the Chronic Health Collective, and of course on Facebook as well with the Chronic Health Collective there. And then Friday night, the Chronically Healthy Life podcast will be broadcasting at 7 p.m. And I will be getting together with Christy and Jessica Hammond, the trauma specialist. And we're going to talk about trauma, how trauma affects us, and what we need to be doing with trauma. There's some looking forward to some tips and tricks and things to do and to help each other getting through this. And of course, back by popular demand, my presentation of Bold, Fearless, and Free. That masterclass will be happening in Mount Pleasant on November 14th. I look forward to seeing you there at the Holistic Gypsy. And there's so many things going on. So I am launching a new widget on my website that will show you all of the events that are coming up that you can check with the links there. So it's kind of a soft launch right now. So if you feel compelled to go to my website, amandabethhealing.com, and check out the events page. I think it's at the bottom of the homepage there. I think that's going to be really cool and a way to keep up with everything that's going on because there is so much. There'll be the links. You can tune right in. It'll be awesome. So let me close with this. Let this be the season you stop trying to keep up and you start tuning in. If it's aligned, it's going to be there for you and it's going to feel good. And when it's not, you can very powerfully say no with love and mean it. If you need help with that, get a hold of me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week, Tuesday, on Transformation Tuesday. Thank you.